What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and once again, Netmarble threw a huge curveball. I'm talking one big ass ball that we couldn't see coming. They decided to give us a sneak peek regarding Drax and I believe Thanos, which is pretty damn awesome. Now, I know a lot of players out there are pretty sour about the fact that we didn't get a Sinister Six update, especially after the Spider-Man movie. And that is disappointing, right? But really, I mean, personally, guys, whenever we got the Hellfire Gala update, I thought that really shot that in the dark, right? I think it just totally showed us that they weren't going to give us any Sinister Six, which is unfortunate, right? It was a huge opportunity for Netmarble to do that, and honestly, I think they would have capitalized something fierce on it. But these two characters, Thanos and Drax, are actually getting a little something. I'm not 100% sure about Thanos, but Drax, yeah, we're pretty damn sure. Now, go ahead and bring up this little sneak peek for us. And this is a pretty wacky little sneak peek. It's actually very short. So let's watch this thing. Not bad. And as you guys can see, we got a little Drax up in the back here, right? There's Drax right there. And this is his old classic look. This is what he originally looked like. Let me kind of move up here a little bit. Kind of get a little closer. There we go. Let me kind of go frame by frame. And I'm not really sure about these purple knives. I mean, I know he uses knives. I can't remember in the original if he did or not. This might be a hint to awakened skill, but I'm not really sure, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't really know. But some people were speculating that this character here is actually Super Skrull. No. This is not Super Skrull. I don't think so at all. Super Skrull does have a look where he does have these kind of shoulder blade things going out, but he doesn't have any kind of crown. Now, who does have a crown with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points on it? Who has a crown with 5 points on it? Well, if we bring up this picture right here, you guys can see the big dog Thanos does. In fact, those shoulder blades look exactly the same. The crown looks the same, although the crown's got a little bit higher spikes on it. So it's possible it might not be him, but I tend to think it is because Thanos and Drax actually have a huge history together in the comics. I mean, Drax was originally designed to be the antithesis of Thanos. He was designed to be the guy that would destroy Thanos. Drax literally, not this version we're getting, literally took his hand and put it through Thanos. Like, this guy was OP. And I'm thinking they're going to bring us King Thanos because of the crown, right? He never had a crown other than that, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. And if it is King Thanos, this version of him is like OP. Like, he killed everybody. He made Hulk his bitch, right? He destroyed Galactus in one shot. He took on Black Silver Surfer. I mean, he was just godly. I mean, this dude was ridiculous. You see Cosmic Ghost Rider also in the background, right? His subordinate. I mean, this dude was just OP. King Thanos is something that a lot of us were hoping for whenever we got the Black Order update. Whenever we got the Black Order update, we were all like, oh, yeah, you know, we're gonna get Thanos, right? But we didn't. And you know, in all honesty, it was fine because a lot of these all these characters were native tier 2s. They were very expensive. If we had Thanos also on there, it would have just been even more expensive because he's a native tier, or not native, but he's a tier 3. And all these Black Order characters did prove to be extremely good. Even to this day, they're still very strong. We still have Supergiant as a meta. We still have Corvus Clave as a meta. Call Obsidian is still the best combat character in the game as far as PvE is concerned. Not PvP, but definitely in PvE. I feel he's the strongest character in the game. Proxima's still extremely great for your ABX days and also really for World Boss Legend, especially due to her leadership. So they did a lot for the Black Order characters. Ebony, his leadership, his passive, his uniform effect. I mean, he's just nuts, right? Very strong character. Like, all the characters are really strong. So we can only hope that they're going to do the same for Thanos. Now, I hope this is King Thanos. That's what it looks like to me. And here's what I want to see for Thanos. Thanos has never really been, well, I mean, at one point, he was a PvE god for a short, brief moment in ABX with this uniform right here. For a brief moment. And this was actually pretty cool because it actually has the phase there where you see the rainbows of the infinity stones swinging around. That's actually pretty cool. But he wasn't a meta for very long. He got replaced very, very quickly, and it sucked, right? Thanos is OP. With the Infinity Gauntlet, he is, phew, I mean, he's God. Like, he's beyond God tier, guys. The things he did in comics when he had that thing is ridiculous. Like, he was taking on all kinds of crazy-ass opponents, you know? And he should be OP. And all we got afterwards was mainly PvP versions, characters that are just really good, well, uniforms that were really good in PvP. And that's fine, right? But I want to see, well, really what I'd love to see is just Thanos just be godly in PvE and godly in PvP. Just make him good for both, kind of like what they did with Emma Frost, right? Do like what they did with her, or like with Doom, right? That's what we want to see. This character should be every bit as powerful as Doom, every bit as powerful, right? And he isn't. Right now, I mean, honestly, he's not trash. I mean, he's still good in AC, but I mean, he's not very, like PvE wise, he's not very strong, guys. He's pretty freaking weak. In fact, I depowered him. I took his obelisk off of him, and he really needs some goodness. I mean, if you're going to make him good for PvP, we better see some ignore iframes on this guy. Right? We need to see some ignore iframes if you want to make him good in PvP. He actually is extremely resilient, right? He's got a lot of survivability because of the heals he has. Hopefully they keep these kinds of things. But having ignore iframe would actually make him tremendously better. And really, if you want to make him better for PvE, man, he needs to get some attack buffs. He doesn't have any kind of accumulation. That would be really nice if we got some accumulation. I mean, I would really love to see something different for Thanos. I'd like to see something unique only to him because he's really that special of a character. I mean, this is the OG villain for the Avengers. This is the OG. Not only in the movies, but even in the comics, he's an OG villain. This guy takes on all of them at once, and he whoops their ass. He does. He whoops their ass all by himself. Even without the Infinity Gauntlet, he's freaking godly. And I've really never felt like he got the justice that he deserved. He got a little justice, you know, he was really, really good for PvP for a while, but I still didn't feel it was good enough, at least not for this specific character. So I'm praying to God that that is a King Thanos uniform, because that would be so sick, and I love it so much. And then we have Drax, a character that is godly trash. Pitiful, abysmal crap, and that's all he's ever been. He's been in this game for an eternity, and he's only gotten one uniform. It cracks me up the way they have treated this character. He's so bad, I never even bought this. Here, I'll just go ahead and buy it right now. But he's so bad, like they never even did anything good with him in the MCU. All these opportunities with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, never did it. We had the Guardians of the Galaxy Epic Quest, never did anything for him. They've never done jack for this character. They just left him on the sidelines, treat him like crap, pretty much the same thing with Gamora as well, and done nothing with him. Nothing. He's just shit, right? He doesn't have anything going on in his kit. I never even leveled up his skills. He's so damn bad, right? I mean, when you look at Drax, I mean, he's like the laughing stock of Marvel Future Fight. He really is. He's got a somewhat useful leadership, but because he never had a tier 3 or awakened skill, which now we know he will get something, he's going to get an awakened skill, maybe awakened skill, because again, I saw those purple, the knives were purple, but I don't know if that's something in the comics or not. But if it isn't, maybe that's a hint to letting us know that he's going to get an awakened skill. But the guy's abysmal. Drax should be OP. Drax has been crapped on in the MCU. I love Drax in the MCU, but he's just for comic relief. He's not an OP character. He's not strong by any means. He's actually pretty damn weak compared to his comic counterpart. They dumbed him down big time in there, right? And Netmarble does the same thing with them. They've always treated him like complete crap. So this is their opportunity to shine. And I know that sneak peek it's pretty cartoonish, right? It really wasn't one of the best sneak peeks that they've had. You know, I would say short and sweet, but short and funny, I guess. But at least we know that this character is going to get a little something, something, and he better be OP. He should be godly, because God knows whenever they're going to give him something again, especially since he isn't as popular as other characters. Even though he's been presented in movies, he's not as popular because they didn't really do him any justice in the movies. A lot of characters, when they look at Drax in the movies, they're just kind of like, you know, like I like him, but you know, he's just for comic relief. They never made him OP. So it's Netmarble's job to show him a little justice. This guy was created to take on Thanos, right? The mad Titan, one-on-one to fight him. And he should be godly. Now in Netmarble, you know, one's native tier 2, the other one's a native tier 1. So obviously I want Thanos to be stronger. He should be stronger because he's a more expensive character to build up from the gaming perspective. But Drax should be a godly character. So let me know what y'all think about the sneak peek for Thanos and Drax. And do you think that is King Thanos, or do you think it is some other character? And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.